Hello? Come on, let's try this. Breathe in, breathe out. Whew. Or inhale, exhale. Whew. Okay, now today we are going to learn the respiratory system, its functions and works. Again, say with me, respiratory system. That's great. Okay, now let's learn first the functions of it. Number one, it is the network of organs and tissues that help you breathe. By the way, when we say functions, meaning the works of it. And first one, network of organs and tissues, a group of organs and tissues that connected to each other for us and for me to breathe. Okay, second function, we have helps your body absorb oxygen from the air so your organs can work. And the third one, it also cleans waste gases such as carbon dioxide from your blood. Right. Now let's see the different parts and works of the respiratory system. Let's see the picture first. Look, what can you see in the picture? Yes, you're right. The respiratory system. We have nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchioles, lungs, bronchi, alveoli, and diaphragm. Okay, now let's learn its functions. Oh, wait, something is missing. Do you know what is it? Yes, you're right. It's the nose. Now let's see their works. What is in the picture? Tick tock, tick tock. Yes, it's your nose and my nose. Okay, now the nose detects other molecules and helps filter and warm the air we inhale. The upper respiratory system or upper respiratory tract consists of the nose and nasal cavity, the pharynx and the larynx. These structures allow us to breathe and speak like what I am doing today. Next, yes, this is the nasal cavity. The nasal cavity is the inside of your nose. It is lined with a mucous membrane that helps keep your nose moist by making mucus so you won't get nosebleeds from a dry nose. There are also little hairs that help filter the air you breathe in, blocking dirt and dust from getting into your lungs. Now, what is it? Do you have an idea what is in the picture? You're right. It's pharynx. Pharynx came from the Greek word throat. It is a cone-shaped passageway leading from the oral and nasal cavities in the head to the esophagus and larynx. The pharynx chamber serves both respiratory and digestive functions. Thick fibers of muscle are and connective tissue attach the pharynx to the base of the skull and surrounding structures. Now, let's go to the next part. Yes, you're right again. It's the larynx. The larynx plays an essential role in human speech. During sound production, the vocal cords close together and vibrate as air expelled from the lungs passes between them. The false vocal cords have no role in sound production, but help close off the larynx when food is swallowed. Now let's go to the next part. And this is the... Yes, you did it right. It's trachea. The trachea, colloquially called the windpipe, is a cartilaginous tube that connects the larynx to the bronchi of the lungs, allowing the passage of air. So is present in almost all air-breathing animals like dog, cat, mm, what else? Yes, goat, sheep. Yes, okay. With lungs, of course. The trachea extends from the larynx and branches into two primary bronchi. Now let's take a look here. This is the trachea, the bronchi. Oh, now, what can you see in this picture? What do you think? What is it? The two lobes. Yes, you're right again. It's lungs. The main function of the lungs is the process of gas exchange called respiration. Now, when we say respiration, it is your breathing, my breathing, our breathing system. Now, this is how we breathe. Inhale and exhale. Whoo! In respiration, oxygen from incoming air enters the blood, and carbon dioxide, a waste gas from the metabolism, leaves the blood. Oh, remember, a reduced lung function means that the ability of lungs to exchange gases is also reduced. Okay, now let's go to the other parts of the respiratory system. We have the bronchi. Remember, the bronchi function to carry air that is breathed in through to the functional tissues of the lungs called alveoli. Exchange of gases between the air in the lungs and the blood in the capillaries occurs across the walls of the alveolar ducts and alveoli. So these are the bronchi. Oh, what are these? Do you have an idea? What are these? Yes, that is the bronchioles. Bronchioles are air passages inside the lungs that branch off like tree limbs from the bronchi. The two main air passages into which air flows from the trachea, or so-called the windpipe, after being inhaled through the nose or mouth, the bronchioles deliver air to tiny sacs called alveoli, where oxygen and carbon dioxide are exchanged. Okay, next. Now, do you have an idea what is it? A dome shaped. Yes, I heard. It's correct. This is the diaphragm. The diaphragm located below the lungs. It has a major muscle. It is the major muscle of respiration. Remember, respiration means breathing. Correct. It is a large dome-shaped muscle that contracts rhythmically and continually. And most of the time, involuntarily. Take note, upon inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, and the chest cavity enlarges. And the last one is, what are these? Yes, that is the trachea. I'm sorry, it's not trachea, it's alveoli. Now, alveoli are tiny air sacs in your lungs that take up the oxygen you breathe in and keep your body going. Although they're microscopic, alveoli are the workhorses of your respiratory system. Now again, This is the alveoli. Okay, these are the alveoli. Okay, they are also called the air sacs, and they can be found inside the lungs. They are the one who take up the oxygen you breathe in and keep your body going. Although they're microscopic or very little, these alveoli are the workhorses of your respiratory system. Now, let's take a final look on the parts of it. Now, say after me or follow after me. Nose, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, bronchioles, trachea, lungs, bronchi, alveoli, and diaphragm. Remember again, bronchioles and alveoli can be found inside the lungs. How many lungs do we have? Yes, we have two lungs, the left and the right. That's great. I guess it's time to say goodbye and hope you learned some new things today about the respiratory system. Again, bye-bye.